Hello everyone, this is Box Fashion Workshop. I remind you that we post new videos every day. I've already showed you a lot of different techniques and designs. Draping, necklines, different seams. Today I want to talk to you about the sewing techniques once again. I was walking through my fashion house and saw the tailors making a short dress for Olya. I was planning to show you a review of this dress when it's finished. When I saw the details prepared for stitching, I realized that I couldn't resist showing them to you. What actually caught my attention was the fact that the details are of a very high quality. It's a pleasure to see professional work. I think that actually not so many people can sew garments of such high quality. Just have a look at the placket. Have a look at the collar, the patch pockets, the sleeves. I want to talk to you about the importance of knowing the sewing techniques and being able to use them when sewing garments. What I also want to tell you is that if you learn to make garments of such quality, you won't have any problems in your life. Practice makes perfect. Sewing teaches you to be patient and accurate. These qualities are very useful in life. When I show you the details, you understand why I couldn't resist showing them to you. What should we start with? Let's have a look at the placket edged with the bias binding. When the dress is ready, we'll show you everything once again. I wanted to have a look at the details first. Have a close look at the placket. It was stitched here. It's obvious because of the bias binding inserted in the seam. Have a look at the tiny seam along the bias binding. Notice how perfect the details are. Have a look at the bottom. The binding ends right on the overcast. It's obvious that the dress will be overcast at the bottom. The binding ends right on the fold. Due to this fact, the seam is not too thick. It's soft. Amazing. This angle will look very beautiful in the dress. Let's have a look at the collar next. First, we need to check if the right and the left sides match. This is very important. Always do it before stitching the collar to the dress. When a customer tells me that a collar isn't accurate, I tell him or her that it's not true. I know for sure that the tailors of my fashion house work accurately. We always check the right and the left details in the collars before attaching them to the garments. We also need to check if these parts of the collar stands are accurate. All the details are perfect. Do not forget to do it, this is very important. Have a look at the way the collar is inserted in the collar stand. The seam is absolutely perfect. Have a close look at the collar stand. Notice that one edge is longer than the other. All the extra details were cut from the seams. This is how the collar stands should look like before being inserted in the garment. I'll turn this angle wrong side out. Have a look at the way it was cut for the fabric not to stretch. This is what I mean when I say that these are high-quality details. When stitching the collar to the garment, we'll attach it this way, and then we'll cover the seam with the upper edge. You can either stitch it or even sew it by hands. The width of the seam should be 1 mm. I prefer doing it by hands. The seams will be absolutely perfect. I'll show you this dress when it's ready. I just couldn't resist showing it to you now. The placket and the collar are absolutely perfect. Have a close look at them once again.
Рассмотрите, пожалуйста.
I remind you that the bias binding ends right before the overcast. Have a close look at this detail once again. The placket is absolutely perfect. The pockets are also gorgeous. They were made accurately. Have a close look at them. This is how they look like from the right side. And this is how they look like from the wrong side. The pockets are edged with the bias binding. The seams were pressed close. I can't even see where the binding was stitched to the pocket. I want you to understand that this is a bias binding. Have a look at the way it was cut here on the angles. It was made for the fabric not to stretch. This is a very useful technique. The bias binding ends right on the fold. Notice that the pockets not only look good from the right side, but they are also perfect from the wrong side. The tailors of my fashion house make such amazing garments without even realizing it. Those people who are just learning to sew will have to put some time and efforts into making such details. Have a close look at the pocket once again. It's absolutely amazing. The angles are edged perfectly. The bias binding ends right on the fold. I remind you that we are sewing a short dress. I'm showing you the details prepared for stitching. Have a look at the sleeve next. Have a look at the way the cuff was stitched. The overlocker seam is hidden inside. The cuff consists of the two details. The bias binding is inserted in between them. Make two details, attach a binding in between them, and then stitch them to the sleeve. The seam should be edged with an overlocker and hidden under the cuff. The cuff should also be attached to the sleeve here. What is left to be done? Most of the work is already done. We just need to stitch the details to each other. I was planning to show you this dress when it's ready, but I couldn't resist showing you these amazing details. I'm proud of the tailors who work in my fashion house. The dress will be absolutely gorgeous. How to sew a high-quality garment? Work accurately and attentively. If you hurry and don't pay enough attention to the details, the garments won't look good, even if it's made of expensive fabric. If you put a lot of hard work and efforts into making a garment, it will look absolutely beautiful. I showed you the most interesting details. Next time we'll show you a review of a finished dress. Olya will try it on. Guys, don't be afraid of experiments. Remember that practice makes perfect. Learn to use your imagination. And don't be afraid of sewing the garments which you think are too complicated for you. They are not. That's all for today. Be different and beautiful. My name is Paukšte Irina. Subscribe to my channel, write comments, share videos, press a like and the bell buttons. I would really appreciate your support. Thank you. Goodbye.